This is for YouTube, actually. Do you want me to make it long form?
Kind of look like the sauna right here with this light.
Mm-hmm.
Look like we fit to jump into a sauna type of situation. Especially with the cabin door right there. I'm gonna pretend like I'm in the sauna while I do my episode.
It looks so pretty.
So today, what's going on YouTube? I had to come back to you guys. The great outdoors. Yeah, it looks like I'm so far away. In a lot of ways I am. Yeah, I feel really far away today. I've been thinking about a couple of things, but lately I've been thinking about something specific. I've been thinking about the future. And, you know, all this talk about AI and about the future. I want to talk about robots. I want to talk about robotics. And I want to talk about the future. But also, how did we get here? How did this come to be the conversation right now? And what was it like before? You know, some of us were around before these times of this new idea that's just been so pervasive. And so I want to talk about how that felt in those times before. I want to talk about maybe why we're here now, right? Why we have made these ideas so prevalent in the here. And then I want to talk about where we're going with it, possibly. My ideas, and you know, what I think others might think, what I foresee the public going for, and these ideas of robots, how they function. So I feel like in the future, and a lot of us have figured this out already, but there's going to be a hyper awareness of machinery, aka robots, that is, right? But these tools that we use, we got used to everyone having a smartphone. We got used to everyone having this, you know. We got used to everyone having connection to the internet, being able to pull out a laptop, and things got more portable, so they got down to a phone. But we got used to people having the current day tools that everyone has, you know, and we got used to tools being proliferated. When we first heard about it, you know, there was one company, and now there are more than 12. And so I feel like we've come to now understand that when technology comes around, it is most definitely proliferated, meaning everyone's going to have it. You know, if there's access to Amazon, everyone's going to have it. And so the latest and the greatest, as far as what we've been seeing, the promise and the hopes of the companies providing services and the I guess would be thought leaders in areas of robotics and we can say technology governing that. So like the Googles and other companies that would probably write code for these machines and in their part contribute. Like all of these companies, they want their products widespread. And so I think about the culture, I think about life, and the fact that these new tools, whatever they are going to be alongside in a companion style. They're going to be alongside everyone in very much a companion-like style. You know, when I think about the future, this future that I'm thinking about, where there's proliferation, I imagine everyone having a personal robot that they would, go to for the routine things of life. And we could debate or discourse about what that could look like in the finer details. But I think just that rudimentary idea of the proliferation, the way we've been able to lower costs for such complicated things. I mean, look at the proliferation of cars and how much we have those. And despite their expense, despite their costs, despite their complication, despite the need for repair, maintenance, like it's been a tool that now has, I guess, allowed us to reshape our lives around it, for better or worse. But the proliferation, there wasn't just one, it wasn't just 10 cars, there wasn't just 100. And so when I think about the now people, they seem really amazed, they seem really shocked, and they for the most part are, I think, still in awe about the future tools or the tools of today. You let me know how you categorize the future, how you categorize the present. But when people think about AI, there is still an amazement, more so than I believe there is a routine, more so than I believe there is a strategy, and more so than I believe there is a plan, because it still feels new. At that point, I guess, access becomes a choice. And if you choose no, well then we don't see everyone doing the same thing at that point yet. But I think in the future, that will be the change. And so when I parallel that difference, I think where we are right now is we're still in a place of hopefulness, somewhat still in a place of fear about the future. If I were to give an honest opinion on a little bit of the psychology. I think in the past, we really reveled in, the new tools and innovation, what we saw, how we felt opening a Nintendo box for the first time. But back then, we had more of a tendency to use, a tendency to do things with what we had. And there was a point where we marveled, and there was a point in which we got curious and we tinkered and we played. I think now people are scared to play in that sense. They're scared to sandbox and scared to experiment. There's a learning process that goes, inherently with that. And I think today maybe we miss out on the learning that comes with, just trying to interact and deal with these things, no matter how daunting and complicated they may look. There's so many things that we do today, maybe like driving, right? And other things. I mean, people are flying planes that don't feel like they're not normal occurrences. And we manage these things. I mean, you've got doctors, and I can go beyond professions, right? Like, you've got entertainment, even, some of your most rudimentary forms. People are playing instruments. People are, doing amazing things that we might see every day. The same way they may launch rockets every day. And the science, the tools, the discovery, and the innovation still exists in an amazement, whether we utilize these things and seek, the highest benefit or not. What I'm saying is that it's all in our perception of what we think is normal. And I think with that, I just wanted to cover, what I feel about the age of robots and robotics and what it really means. Because I feel like in some ways, it's not really a big deal. But in a lot of ways, it really is something of kind of an expose in what we feel and how we govern ourselves right now. It seems like the one conversation that kind of rattles people, or human beings. We get rattled by it because we know the possibility of these tools performing at their highest level. We understand that they can outperform human beings in certain tasks and in certain ways. Eventually, and even today, I can't walk as far as the car can take me. I can't hear as deeply as the headphones allow me to, listen in, or, just the many, many, many ways that we utilize and even need tools to accomplish what we set out to in our daily routines. So with that, I know I've said quite a bit, but not too many words on the subject, because I want to just leave you to think about, where things are right now, where we came from this conversation with robots, and where we're going to take it into the future. And I'm going to revisit this conversation, maybe in the cold, maybe not. But yeah, YouTube, we'll do it again.